Hi, I'm Greg Hoke. I live in Columbus, Ohio, in the U.S. Um, I'm taking this cooking and science course, and I'm my interests are pretty broad. That's a little telescope behind me. Um, I used to work in computer science. I used to teach. Now I'm retired, and I have a lot of time on my hand to take MOOCs. This is the second one I've taken at EDX, and I really love the process of learning. Um, so anyway, I guess my take on it is sure I'd like to understand some of the biology, some of the physics that goes on behind the food that we eat, and some of the tricks in the kitchen that are based upon these basic science facts. This is great. As far as my favorite dish, well, this is my current favorite. This is eggplant parmesan. You can see the tofu, and there's breaded slices of eggplant in here. Um, and so I kind of dip it in egg and then dip it in breadcrumbs and then roast it in the oven. And then I kind of layer the roasted slices of eggplant with the tofu and tomato sauce. So this is really easy to make. It's kind of like my standard. Another thing I like about it, what I did last year is I worked on an organic farm. It was called a work share, and so we met the organic farmers at the farmers market, and they said, "Hey, we'd like to have some people help us with all the steps in, transplanting the plantlings and cultivating and pulling the weeds and harvesting and bringing food to the farmers market. And how about coming in 5 hours a week and taking food as your payment?" Hey, that was great. Um, that was a great breakthrough for me. I learned a lot about the food that's produced and examining like organic farming techniques, how to maintain the soil, just different crops, when to plant them. I'm also a home gardener, so that's helping me make some choices and develop some things here at home. Um, and so I may grow some ginger next year or some sunchokes and different kinds of foods experimentally with these raised beds. I could show you there in my backyard. Um, but anyway, eggplant was a great breakthrough. We do the Japanese eggplant. They start producing in late June, and then the Italian eggplant, a little bit bigger. It One thing that really amazed me about eggplant is I think it had a 2.5 month production season. With those two varieties. And very few plants have such a long production time. Here in Columbus, we're in zone 6, a little bit cooler than the east. Um, but anyway, some of you may be from Australia for all I know. And you may be entering your growing season at the same time as we're kind of cleaning up the garden and getting ready for the winter ahead. It's a crazy world we live in. But it's more than just cooking for me. Uh, I want to look at the entire supply chain and examine where my food is coming from. I want to participate in that. I want to make good choices. Um, I also want to think about the way the food affects our bodies. What kind of food choices are we making? So, what nutritional impact are we having on our health? So these are two things that kind of go beyond the current course, but which are always on my mind. And I think it's part of the science of cooking, is answering the questions about where the food comes from and what is it going to do as it interacts with our bodies and what choices should we make. So these are the kinds of concerns I have, and I think I'm going to make that be basically my introduction. So I hope to be meeting you on the discussion threads. And I love looking at the pictures of the labs that we all do in our own separate kitchens. Uh, it's really been inspiring. I'm trying more recipes out now, and it I hope to keep learning and keep going with this. I think I'm going to take a nutrition course, another EDX course, offered by McGill University, starting at the January time frame. I think that will be my next course. So maybe some of you will move from the science of cooking to understanding a little bit more about the nutritional effects of the food we eat and taking another course that's coming up on the horizon. So anyway, see you around the campus, and it's been great so far, and I hope to get to know you more. Bye-bye.